whenever you're up. And when you get up, I hope you have a blessed and wonderful Sunday. It's a great day to begin out the week. Um, Starting off with, put a little bit of Jesus in your life. Just get your day started. I'm glad that he woke me up this morning, allowed me to be sitting here on this side of the camera to share with you all what he shared with me. And we should do that a little bit more often. Share with God, share with others what God shared with us. I like to say that the prayer may not just be for you. So make sure you share with others what God shared with you. All right. So this morning we're going to a different. Last week we finished up the Lord's Prayer. So this week, if you caught Game Changer on good morning. If you caught Game Changer on Thursday, we started on the armor of God, and we said that we would be moving towards the armor, breaking down the pieces on the walkthrough. So here we are this morning. We're starting on the walkthrough. On the armor of God this morning. So it's very looking at it and studying is very interesting on the pieces. And so I'm very excited to move into that. God has given me something new to look at and new to share with you all, and in helping us grow with Him, and being under and understanding being under His protection, because the armor of God kind of correlates with the with the Lord's Prayer. They have a great combination together, because actually both of them are needed daily. Putting on your armor and having that protection. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through, finish this up, and I show you, how I see it coming together, how God showed me that both of them are related. So we're going to start off today. We're going to start off with the belt. All right. Now in my Bible, I have I don't know. Let me see here. I have an NIV Bible, but I prefer the scripture that comes from the King James Version. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to read the NIV first. The scripture comes from Ephesians 6:14. 6:14. I don't want to read the whole 6:14. I'm just going to stop at the belt, because it also moves to the chest plate. And we're going to do the chest plate next week. But I want to stop at the belt, okay, on this one. So 6:14 says, stand firm then with the belt of truth buckled around your waist. Okay. That's the first part of it. Like I said, it also moves over into it also moves over to the chest plate, but I don't want to tackle that part yet. We're going to do that next week. So again, it says, stand firm then with the belt of truth buckled around your waist. All right. Now I'm going to move over to the King James Version, which sounds a little different. All right. King James Version says, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth. Okay. Have your loins girt about with truth. All right. So I like the King James Version of it, because your waist and your loins is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Your waist is a little, it's right there, but that loin area is a little, it's right up under your ribs. Right up under your loin area is right up under here. Oh, that's your loins. Your waist is down here. Your loins is all up in here. That's all that's your loins. And so I like because that's a different, it brings on a different perspective of what a belt is. You know what I'm saying? Because we think about belts around our waist. We know we got the belt loops on our pants and our shorts, and all other things that come with belts. And it's around our waist. And quite typically, we see our belt as a way to either hold our pants up or hold something on it, like our tools, and if you're an officer, you have your duty belt, or you might carry a gun around your waist with your belt on and things of that nature. But when you talk about your loins, that's a little higher. You know what I'm saying? That's a little higher than where your waist is. All right. Your loins comes down to your waist, but when it's described, see, in this NIV Bible, it's only described as the waist. Right. But if you look at where the loin area is right below the rib cage. So it's just not your waist area. And so the King James Version Bible says, your loins. And the Bible often talks about your loins. You know what I'm saying? And so the importance of that belt being in front of your loins, you know what I'm saying? Because when it says gird your loins, it means prepare. It's a preparation. You know what I'm saying? We like to say tighten up your belt. You know what I'm saying? Because you're finna get into something intense, right? So when the Bible says gird the loins girt, that means you're tightening up. You're pulling something. You know, the loins is regarded as the seat of physical strength. You know what I'm saying? Where strength comes from in the body. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up your loins. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if some of y'all have ever heard this terminology before, but you know, they say, you know, you got to get that inner strength, you know, dig deep. When they say dig deep, they talking about digging here. You know what I'm saying? If you're working out and they say dig deep, get that extra one. Or if they send you to fight, dig deep, they're talking about digging your loins, right? And so it's very important that if you have on that belt, you know what I'm saying? If you're wearing that armor of God, you putting on that belt that protects your loins, right? That you have to tighten up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You have to tighten up a little stronger. You know what I'm saying? So you can summon that power, so you can pull that power up. You know what I'm saying? So when they talk about putting on the belt, as King James Version says, stand therefore having your loins girt about, your girt, that's your size. Right? So it means you pulling it, right? You sucking in, you pulling everything you got, because girt means size. Girt, same, you know, same preposition word. But you're pulling it in, you're sucking in from the bottom, you're digging in deep, right? In preparation for the fight at hand. In preparation for the fight at hand. So you got to pull your belt strap tight, you know what I'm saying? To bring everything in so you can summon all the power that you have. You know what I'm saying? And that's the power of protection. See that belt, this particular belt is a protector, right? It's protecting that loin because it's up higher. You know what I'm saying? If you go back and think about the soldiers that were back then, you know, if you watch those old type movies, their belt was a little bigger, you know, kind of covered a little bit more because they had to protect that girt, they had to protect them loins. You know what I mean? And you know, like this Bible says, it's for your waist. Nah, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more than your waist. You know, it's up a little higher. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, sometimes when we're in a battle, we got to dig deep. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't talking about digging deep in the dirt. We talking about dig deep into them loins, summon up that power that you need to push through. All right. So then it adds on about with truth. So both of them have truth in it. All right. So that means you're fighting for what's right. You're pulling up power for the fight for what's right, the truth. You know what I mean? You fight hard when you're telling the truth. When somebody's trying to make you out of something that you're not, or somebody's trying to go against the principles that are set before you, you're willing to fight hard for the truth. You know what I'm saying? And God is telling you He's with you to fight for the truth. You know what I mean? And that's why He's providing you with this belt of truth. You feel me? The belt of truth, so you can fight hard for the truth, right? So you can fight hard for His truth, right? The words that He's giving you, the protection that He's giving you, the life that He's giving you, the sacrifice that He gave us, all right? So when you look at that belt now, when you think about that belt, think about the loins, think about that fight, you know, and understand why. If you go back to verse 13, when it talks about putting on the armor, it says, therefore put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes. So that sentence right there says, when the day of evil comes, when the day. See, there's no exact day when evil comes. So just like our unlike our regular clothes, the armor of God it should not be taken off. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know the day when evil gonna come. So that means you need to keep your belt tight at all times. You need to be ready to dig deep at all times. You know what I'm saying? Having on that, number one, having on the first piece article, the belt. You know what I'm saying? We can't, we do sometimes. I have in my past, you know what I'm saying, miss pieces of the armor. You know what I'm saying? You have certain parts of your body just covered. But, a lot of times, even in this day, people like to walk out without their belt on. I don't need no belt, saying my pants tight enough. Some people like, my pants tight enough. I don't need a belt, saying? But you do. The belt is so much more than that. It's so much more than that in a spiritual context. You need that belt. Don't forget your belt. Don't forget your belt, because when it's time to tighten up and fight, and you need that extra strength, and you need to pull a little harder, so you can do what you got to do. Hey, have it on. It's good to already have it on. All right, because like I said, the word says for the day, so that when the day enemy comes, you will be able to stand your ground. Right? You don't want your pants falling off when enemy comes. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be caught off guard when enemy comes. You want to go ahead and have that belt tightened. All right, tighten that belt up. Sometimes when you out there working hard, sometimes you got a belt on, you got to tighten it up, because you need to work a little harder, because your pants might not be sitting right. Right? So you know what it feels like. You know what you got to do. Sometimes you got to tighten that belt. Sometimes we got to loosen it too when we eat too much. But for sure, you got to tighten that belt up. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it on. You got to keep it tight. And I said earlier, this goes directly in line with the Lord's Prayer. See, the Lord's Prayer protects us and our family daily, right? It protects us from temptation. It makes sure that we're fed. It makes sure that that our household is covered. You know what I mean? Along with this suit of armor. See, the suit of armor provides the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It provides that protection to go fight. It's your uniform to go fight. It's your uniform to be the game changer God has designed you to be. So family, start off with your belt. Making sure that you put on your belt every day. Making sure you put on the whole armor of God, but make sure that you don't exclude anything. Okay? All right? The belt is just as important. But it takes, gotta dig deep. It's right there. It's right there. Right there. Protect them loins. Right up under that rib cage. All that's your loins. Protect it. All right. Squeeze tight when it's time to fight. All right, family. So, man, I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this segment of walkthrough. And that you start reading Ephesians 6 and 10 through 18. It's because the whole thing runs through 18. And so that you start to read it along with and understand it for yourself along with your Lord's Prayer, and see how they come together, and see why both of them are needed on a daily basis, that you're putting on your armor of God, and that you're protecting your household through prayer, through the prayer that God has given us to make sure everybody's protected. All right. So until next Sunday, I will see you later. Also, a minute you forget, don't forget about the family and faith. Oh my goodness. Faith and Family Fitness Revival, July 17th, 2021 at 8 o'clock at 4.0 Fit parking lot, 4701 Buena Vista Road. We will have more information on it coming soon. So please just put on your calendar, because we do have the calendar date marked out. We're just getting the other details together about who's going to be there, things of that nature, which we pretty much all have mapped out. So just lock on your date if you're in Columbus, and more than likely we'll be streaming via Game Changer page if you're not in Columbus. But we'd really love for you to come down and work out with us and fellowship with us. We're going to have some vendors out there and things of that nature, some things for the kids. So we just hope that you all can come out and make it and like I said, fellowship with us. Hey, and that's what I got, family. Put that belt on. Make sure that belt is on that tight. All right. Protect, that girth. Get these guns out there. Right. So you have to pull, dig deep in preparation for the fight, family. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Be blessed on purpose. Hey, let me see. Hey, man, God look good on all y'all. Everybody, that's up this morning, everybody's going to come in later. God look good on you. All right. Even if you ain't looked at the mirror, brush your teeth or not, because I know y'all ain't, because y'all still in bed. I'm the only one to brush my teeth so far. But no, God looks good on you. All right, family. Peace.